Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here, and that's why I love collab videos. It brings us all together. It gives us an opportunity to check out new channels, which I absolutely love. Like I said, my name is Jess. I have been on YouTube for about 4.5 years now. And when I first started my little journey on YouTube, I did Weight Watchers, and my channel was Weight Watchers Journey to Healthy. Now I am just Journey to Healthy. I have changed over to low carb, keto type lifestyle at this point. But really my whole goal of my channel is just to be a healthier person in general. That's what I want to do. There's a lot more to just, it's also about a good mental area, just being healthy all around. I do this collab every year. This is either my third or fourth one. I think it's my third one. I know I have playlists for last year, but I don't think I have any playlists for the year before because I don't think I knew how to create a playlist back then. In the past, this collab has typically been just a group of people that we all just decided to come together and show certain things. It's always been a collection of different things. But this year, just especially this year with the year that we have all had, I just thought it was just a good time just to bring anybody who wanted to join in this collab, especially any small YouTube channels that are just starting out, because I get so many comments on my videos that they are new, just started YouTube, and I just want to give everybody the opportunity to enjoy other people's channels that they may not normally find. So that's why I wanted to make this an open collab. Now, whether or not I get any other ones, I don't know, because they have to watch my channel to be able to see the video when I put it out there that this was an open collab. But I know a lot of people are joining that I already love, and they are dear friends, and I am just excited that they're joining me for this collab. So make sure you please go over to their channels, give them some love. The very first link down in the description box will be the one for this year, and we'll have all the collaborators of this year's Holly Jolly Christmas collab. So, okay, let's just get into what today's video is going to be. I am doing 2 low carb, keto friendly treats. One of them is a raspberry thumbprint cookie. These turned out so good. And then the second one is a low carb peppermint bark. Peppermint bark is one of my favorite treats during the holiday season. So I wanted to find a low carb version, and whoa, this is a good one. So check those out. I will have the recipes down below in the description box. So let's go into these recipes.
This first recipe I'm going to share with you is going to be some keto-friendly thumbprint cookies. These turned out so good, and they freeze beautifully. That's why I'm keeping mine in the freezer. So to make these, you're going to need 1.5 cups of almond flour, 1/4 cup of coconut oil. Try to have it as solid as you can. 1/3 cup of sugar-free maple syrup. I'm using this Lakanto syrup. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract, 3 tablespoons of some sort of brown sugar substitute, so you can use a Lakanto. There's the Sucrin Gold, and 1/4 cup of some sort of keto-friendly jam. I got this off of Amazon, and they have different flavors of this jam. You also need a little bit more of the brown sugar substitute to roll your cookie dough in, so just have a little bit set aside. So the first thing, you also need your pan. So you need some sort of pan, which you're going to put either some parchment paper or a silicone mat, like I use here, and a mixing bowl. You're going to pour everything into your bowl, and then just take a fork and just kind of mix it all together until your dough forms. Of course, don't put that other like brown sugar substitute that you set aside. So you just want to just get this all mixed up, and your dough is going to look something like this when it's all mixed up. Then you want to go ahead and cover it with some plastic wrap, put it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes because you want to get it nice and chilled so you have a good dough to work with. When it's time to take it out, just take off your plastic wrap, and then we are going to make these into about 1.5 inch balls. So I just use my small cookie scoop to do that. And once you have your balls, then you're going to go ahead and roll those into the brown sugar substitute. You don't have to do this part, and if you don't have brown sugar, you can use regular sugar, but you want to do that with all the balls. And then you're just going to take your thumb and you're going to make a little printum. Now you could also just take a quarter teaspoon measuring spoon and use that as well, but I just used my thumb. Now these are all ready, and now you want to go ahead and put this back into the freezer until your oven is done preheating. So you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 360 degrees, but put these in the freezer while it's preheating. And it just gives you time just for your dough to really chill good while they're in their little form here. And once those are ready to go into the oven, you're going to go ahead and bake these for 10 minutes. They're not really going to brown up a whole lot in the beginning. They kind of cook more after you take them out. So, and be very, very careful. Don't touch them until they chill, because you'll see I had one casualty back there because I picked it up too soon. But also you're going to want to kind of make your indentation a little bit more after they come out. They're really hot, be careful, but just so you can get your jam in there, because they do kind of, puff up a little bit in the oven. So I'm just going through and just making sure I put on my have room for all my jam on there. But this is what happens when you pick it up too soon. I was just trying to see the bottom, so I did lose one. And now we're going to take a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon, and you're going to just scoop your jam right in there. And they are so good, you guys. So I went ahead and did that with all of them. And then here are my perfect cookies. So again, like I said, they turn out really good, and you can put them in the freezer. That's the best part. So I will have, of course, the recipe down below in the description box. I'll have it all written out. But definitely try these really yummy keto-friendly thumbprint cookies. This next recipe is some keto-friendly peppermint bark. This is completely sugar-free, super easy. Let's get into the recipe. You are going to need some of the Lolli's peppermint flavor baking chips. If you don't have these chips, you can just use regular white chips and just add some peppermint to them. And some dark chocolate chips. I like the Baked Believe just because they're cheaper at my store than Lolli's. So you need 4 ounces of each of those, and then a 1/2 tablespoon of coconut oil to go in each of those, and then some peppermint extract. Again, if you cannot find the Lolli's, go ahead and just use regular white chips and add in a 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint extract to your chips. And I'll tell you when to do that. And you also need some sort of either silicone molds. You can use cookie cutters, whatever. I just wanted to do these because I know they freeze well and everything. Okay, we have our 4 ounces of dark chocolate and our 1/2 tablespoon of coconut oil. This is going to go in the microwave for 30 seconds. You're going to take that out of the microwave and give it a good stir. And this is kind of what it'll look like after that first stage. So you want to put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds, and then you will have this gooey, creamy chocolate. It'll be a little bit of chunks, but go ahead and stir it up, and those chunks will go away, and it'll be nice and smooth like this. Then you're going to add in your 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint extract into there. And then I poured mine into a cup. I thought it would be easier to pour out. And I had no idea how much to put in there, so I just started with a little bit just to see how many cups I could get. I believe this original recipe said they got 12, and I believe I end up with like 9. We'll see here at the end. But I just poured them in just to, get an amount in there, and then we'll go and put them into the freezer. I got 10 cups, and now these are going to go into the freezer for 30 minutes until they're nice and solid, and then we will work on the white chocolate chips. So I have my peppermint chips here. Again, now if you just have white chips, you're going to still do the same step. You're going to add in the chips, 4 ounces, and add in the 1/2 tablespoon of coconut oil. And this just helps get it really smooth. If you have cocoa butter, you could use cocoa butter also. Now put these in the microwave for 30 seconds, and we're going to do the same thing that we did with the dark chocolate. Give it a good stir when it comes out. And again, this is going to depend on your microwave, how many times it takes. So this is the white. Melted a lot quicker than the chocolate, but this I still did 2 increments of 30 seconds. So this is where you would add in the peppermint extract if you're just using white chocolate chips. And you just take your frozen ones out and then go ahead and just pour on your next layer. Now in hindsight, I would have added a little bit of red food coloring to this, or maybe picked up some sugar-free peppermints and crushed them up and added them to the white layer. You could be really creative. I mean, these are just for me. If I was making these for like a for a gift or for like a cookie tray, I used to make these cookie trays for people all the time. Like I said, or if you give them to it as a gift, because they would look really pretty in like a jar or something, I would do some sugar-free minced crush them up, add them to the white layer, or sprinkle them on top. Or again, you can always add in some red food coloring just to add some color to it. You maybe could even swirl it. I don't know. The possibilities are endless as far as making these pretty, but I just wanted them to taste good. So these went into the freezer for 30 minutes, and this is what they look like when they came out. And as you can see, they popped out of the shells so beautifully, and they were uneven. I'm not perfect. This is just something I threw together, but tastes spot on. Peppermint bark. It is amazing.
Thank you guys so much again for joining me for this collab. I appreciate and love you guys all so much. And if you guys are new here, again, I hope you stick around and subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Go check out all the other collaborators, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.